I'm Amanda Riffey, and I'm a leadership and wellness coach for women. Today, I'm going to walk you through a coaching exercise called Busting Limiting Beliefs. This exercise is perfect for when you are just feeling stuck with something. Maybe you're working on a goal and it's not going as well as you want it to, or you're working on something that is completely terrifying to you. Busting limiting beliefs is the perfect tool to get you beyond that ceiling that you might have set for yourself. So to do this exercise, you're going to want to get a journal and a pen or a pencil. And I'm going to walk you through some prompts. And then I'm going to ask you to pause the video after each prompt. So I'm not going to leave a lot of blank space here in the recording. I'm counting on you to actually hit that pause button, take the action needed in the exercise, and then click play when you're ready to move on to the next step. Take as much time as you need here. This video is going to be pretty short, but I would encourage you to really explore in this exercise. The more you explore, the more reflection that you do, the bigger results you're going to see. Okay, so let's jump into the very first step, which is to write down every belief that you have about this topic. So whatever your goal or your challenge is, whatever it is that you're working on, that comes to mind for you now, I want you to write down every belief that you have about this topic, good or bad. So just everything, brain dump, everything that comes to mind, good or bad. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and do that now. All right. Now that you've got that brain dump and all of those beliefs listed in your journal, once you go back to that list and do two things. One, circle all of the helpful beliefs. So if that belief is helpful to you, go ahead and put a circle around it. Then I want you to draw a line through any limiting beliefs that you see on there. So essentially the not helpful beliefs. And don't just cross it all out, just draw a single line through those. So circle the helpful beliefs and draw a single line through the limiting beliefs. Go ahead and pause and take that action. Okay, now that you've circled the helpful beliefs and crossed out the limiting beliefs, what do you see? Physically, take a look at that list. What do you see? Maybe you see that you have more helpful beliefs than you thought. That's amazing. Maybe you see that you have a lot of limiting beliefs around this topic, and that is okay too. There is no right or wrong answer to what you see when you go through this exercise. Maybe you see some themes around some of the helpful beliefs or some of the limiting beliefs. Just make note of what those things are. If you want to jot some things down, go ahead and pause the video and come back when you're ready. Now, next to those crossed out limiting beliefs, I want you to write the exact opposite belief and provide evidence that that opposite belief is true. So again, next to the crossed out beliefs, I want you to write the exact opposite of that and provide one piece of evidence that would make that new belief true. Pause this video, take as long as you need to work through this piece of the exercise, and come back when you're ready. Okay, that was probably some deep work. that you were doing there? What was it like to shift that perspective and find that evidence to support that new belief? Really reflect on that. What was that like for you? How do you feel that exercise went? Feel free to pause and do some journaling around that. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what would your future self say about this list? And how might they rewrite it? If you've done this exercise with me before, this future self exercise, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. If you've done the future self exercise, go ahead and pause this video and write down, what would your future self say about this? And maybe rewrite that list from your future self's perspective. If you have not done the future self video, I highly encourage you to go back to my list of videos, find the future self coaching tool, and do that activity. That is really life-changing and will give you such a view into who you want to become in the future. Okay. Now that you've maybe rewrote that list or at least thought about how your future self would react to this list, I want to leave you with one final question. What action would you take today if you fully accepted these new empowering beliefs as true? What action would you take this week if you fully accepted the new empowering beliefs as true? How might you show up differently? What might you do differently? How might you approach this project or this goal or this topic differently if you truly accepted all of those new empowering beliefs as true? Now, to take this tool one step further, working with a coach is fantastic because you really have that sounding board to be able to talk through all of the things that might have come up for you during this exercise and dig into some of those limiting beliefs even further into really what's the root of that and how can you truly believe some of those empowering beliefs as true. I hope that this tool resonated with you. I would be more than happy to partner with you as your coach if you wanted to work through this exercise even further. But I absolutely want to know how this went for you. So you can leave this in the comments. You can reach out to me on Instagram or through my email. But I really want to hear how this busting limiting beliefs exercise went for you today. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.